Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for joining us. If you're coming out here for the first time, please kindly subscribe to get notified. Please click on the notification bell and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. For far too long, Nigeria has been, crying. The country has been bleeding because there've been a lot of shedding of innocent blood in this country. And sadly, all these are because of the rate of insecurity in Nigeria, and it now appears to be a common occurrence. People are being killed in hundreds day after day. The government will come out and give certain promises, and at the end of the day life returns to normal as if nothing ever happens. Now this is a clear indication that the people of this great nation are helpless in terms of insecurity and ways to deal with insecurity. That's why the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the former presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, has said enough is enough and has urged the Nigerian government to muscle up against terrorists. Yes, my country people, the former Vice President of Nigeria and the 2023 PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar is rolling loud about the country's escalating violence. He says the endless attacks and the loss of lives can only be stopped when the government shed its toothless tiger personnel and gets serious about beefing up security. Atiku, through his media advisor Paul Ibi, unleashed a fierce statement on Sunday, calling the recent carnage in Plateau State, the Bakini, Ladi and the Bokos local government area as a wake-up call for a tougher action. He's demanding the federal government ditch the sleepy bear tactics and go full on razor-sharp claws against security threats. Now, these attacks can be stemmed only when the government shows utmost determination to eliminate the threat by expanding the security architectures in the country and fast-tracking the arrest and the persecution of those involved in such acts to serve as a detriment. Atiku stated he has expressed serious concerns about the frequency of these attacks on innocent people by outlaws, noting that under no circumstances should murderous criminal groups be allowed to take lives without immediate consequences from the government. And according to Atiku Abubakar, the rate at which innocent people are being massacred in Plateau, in Kaduna, in Zamfara, and in other parts plagued by insecurity is quite embarrassing, adding that only prompt and decisive action by the government can halt this madness. Now guys, do you agree with this call that is being made by Atiku Abubakar, the former Vice President of Nigeria, who is also a former PDP 2023 presidential candidate? Yes, my country people, Atiku has said enough is enough. As Nigeria has approached, a new government, this administration should not continue with the path of the previous administration. Now, what is even sadder is the fact that these perpetrators of these evil acts, they simply disappear into the thin air with no traces, with absolutely no traces. And these killings have been going on for so many years, most especially in the north central, the northeast, the northwest. And this has, been a common occurrence. Even under the regime of the former president Muhammad Buhari, these killers gained so much notoriety that many are believed that they enjoyed official cover and protection. And it is really, really unfortunate. It is so unfortunate that at the end of this day, these killers go scot-free and the victims are there to suffer. Now, the only reason these killings have remained protracted is because we have simply shied away from calling a spade by its name. We have pretended that these killings by these terrorists with ideologists are aimed only at ethnic cleansing and, will I say, territory expansion. These are far more than the mere dispute we target farmers and herders clashes. Have farmers and herders not lived in peace for so many years, even before now? So I get angry sometimes when I see on the news they tag farmer herder clashes. We know this is far more what than they tag it on the news headlines. Meanwhile, the government will look away while these perpetrators will walk scot-free. We ask ourselves, what are the security agencies doing when these outlaws enter our borders without being caught? What are they doing? So many people have really talked about this, how Nigeria has really failed in terms of curbing insecurity. Even on Christmas Eve, when Christians, I beg your pardon, in Plateau State, when they were looking forward to the Christmas celebration, some groups of bandits and terrorists in coordinated attacks in 3 local government areas, they gruesomely murdered over 200 persons and left thousands of persons displaced in the Bokos and the Bakin Landi areas of Plateau State, which we all know that there were 35 distress calls even before these attacks took place. Even while these attacks was going on, there were calls. There were distress calls from so many people. Houses were being razed down. People were being killed in cold blood. Yet, the only thing the government did was that the Vice President Kasim Shettima visited the survivors of the attacks in Plateau State, in that local government area, and gave a very touching speech. But that speech is not going to bring justice to those that have been wasted, to those that their lives have been wasted. So Nigeria as a nation have been battling with insecurity for long. That's why Atiku Abubakar has called out to this present government, called out to Tinubu's administration, saying enough is enough, that Nigerian government needs to muscle up against terrorists. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.